Hey, what's going on today, man? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk Matters. How you doing today?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Let's
we
get
got
it.
some topics for you guys today, man. We start off with Nipsey Hussle, man. Our kind of guy that got murdered. Did a lot of things for the community, man.
Yes, he did. A lot of things that people may or may not know about. I mean, obviously he was a big artist as far as music and everything. But besides the music that he was coming out with, the strip mall that he unfortunately got killed at, the store that he had there, he was also trying to develop that land so he could have apartment complex for low income housing people.
Yeah, because that's where he started at.
Exactly.
Selling his CDs out. And
Yep.
the cops had to remove him from there, so they had to get a building for they could purchase, for they could go ahead and get it done right.
Exactly. Also, what else he do? He did stuff. He had this thing called Vector 90, and what Vector 90 was about is bringing people from his neighborhood and having them meet up with people that were Silicon Valley and trying to develop a relationship with them so children and adults in that area can learn different things about computers and technology to help them go further along. So he had a bigger planned thing that he was trying to do.
Yeah, man, they bought the whole building around. So basically, he set up a lot of jobs for like felons.
Yep.
A lot of his family members, man, employed a lot of people. So he was doing a good job, man.
Exactly. Like a lot of things that
He's
was
gonna be an
going
icon.
unreported, like things like he was buying kids shoes for school, clothes for school,
Yep.
things of that nature. So everything he was doing was just such a great thing, a big part of the community. So that's why when people wonder why it was such a big thing that when he passed away, so many people felt it so deeply is because of so much that he done for his community.
And the thing about it, man, it sucks, man, when he died, then that's when you start learning more of what he been doing for the community and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's good to know that sometimes we got to investigate with the black people, see what's going on with them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because they be doing things outside the screen. Everything's not on TV.
Right.
So they're helping out the community. And before he was going to die, the day after actually, he had a meeting with the chief of police, you know what I mean, try to get the gang members, get clean up the streets and everything like that. So,
Right.
So he was doing a good thing, man.
And what's crazy about that, and the reason we bring that up, because of all the great things he did, we turn that into the whole Kodak Black situation. Now, I know you're pretty familiar with Kodak Black, who is a rapper who jumped. Go ahead, you go ahead and explain.
Basically, it was on social media. Everybody, all the kids go on Facebook Live now.
Exactly.
So, and you got viewers watching them, thousands, millions of people. So basically, he just said something about Lauren London that I guess he was gonna holler at her
Right.
within a year or something like that.
And for people that may or may not know the backstory about it, the guy Kodak Black is another rapper
From Florida.
from Florida. You keep throwing out the Florida thing, but okay, we'll get to that in a minute.
Florida, man, the Florida boy is crazy. Man.
Right, so he's from Florida, and he basically tried to said, hey, to Lauren London, which is Nipsey Hussle's girlfriend, that hey,
Within a year.
within a year, I want to get with you, basically. So, which a week after somebody tragically being killed is not the time or the place to even have that type of discussion, and especially not on social media.
Man, he tried to apologize, but I mean,
But it wasn't a real apology.
He's a street guy, so I mean, he's gonna say sorry about it, but he's like, hey, anybody could get it at the same time.
So what kind of apology is that? So I'm sorry, but at the same time, you can get it if you don't accept my apology. That is not a humble apology.
There's
So
a lot of guys on him, man. You got the Game, T.I., Gilly the Kid, so even Trick Daddy, he from Florida. He's
yeah,
like,
a lot of
man,
these rappers is very upset about that
Like,
because
you
they
gotta
like
clean that
respect
up.
the dead,
Yeah,
And obviously he's not showing any respect. So now, what's not funny, but what's crazy about the situation, so there's even people saying that he can't even go to LA right now.
yeah, or Atlanta.
Yeah, because of the situation of him having problems with the other rappers. So all he had to say was, you know what, I'm sorry, that was not an appropriate thing to do. Whole thing could have get squashed. But consider,
He said he was sorry, but he got to keep that hardcore little thing going on too.
there's nothing wrong with humility. Humility
Hey, man.
is a good thing, man. There's nothing wrong with that at
It's
all.
the cats around him though, man. Because the cats around him is like, hey man, that wasn't good to do. Go ahead, apologize to him, but to Laura and his family and things like that. So
No, he didn't have a good team, man. See, that's the whole thing. And we talk about the social media thing a lot. With social media and things of that nature, it puts you in an echo chamber. So you're like in a bubble. So everybody likes what you like, everybody agrees with what you do, things of that nature, but that's not the real world. So when you get stuck in that world, you can't really see outside of the fact of where you could be wrong at and address yourself the way you should accordingly.
true. You
And-
just can't be stupid on Facebook Live, man.
And you know what? We have some things as far as that because there's a lot of people out there that's on social media. They're losing relationships, they're losing jobs, they're going to jail, they're not getting college scholarships. All this because of something that you post. So one thing that we want to get off as far as talking about this, that everybody don't need to know everything that you're doing. Some things should be reserved. Some things should be kept amongst just yourself or your family members.
And even on the social media, like examples. What was the example for that one lady? She wrote and lost her job.
Well, she was a PR executive for, geez, I forget what the name of the company, but she was a executive for a company, and she wrote down she was on her way to Africa, and she said, "Hey, I'm going to Africa." What did you say exactly?
I'm going to Africa. Hope I don't get the AIDS.
Hope I don't get AIDS. Haha, I'm just kidding. I'm white. So why? Okay, we get into the merits of that being a good thing or a bad thing to say the morality of that situation. But besides that, if that's even how you feel, keep that to yourself. Like,
and you going to Africa, have a good time. You just go write that.
You just throw out HIV.
Just throw it out there.
Absolutely ridiculous. Well, I wanted.
She lost her job, by the way.
And she lost the job for it, which is absolutely ridiculous. We want to queue up something that we have as far as Harvard. Some kids that was going to Harvard. And here's the headline right here that's on U.S. News. Harvard pulls admission offers after explicit posts. So basically it's kids, and these are smart kids. I mean, to get into Harvard, obviously you got to be a smart kid. So,
or your parents got money.
Oh, they could be that way, and that's a whole nother scandal right there.
Exactly.
But common sense should tell you, hey, I need to watch what I post. I'm going to Harvard. Harvard had to pull 10 different admissions for people that was going there because of things they put on social media. So the opportunity of a lifetime going to one of the greatest colleges in the United States, universities in the United States, now that's all taken away from you because of some posts on social media.
So basically what we telling y'all kids, man, look, be careful with the Facebook Live, Facebook period. You know, don't put stupid stuff on there. Some people be on there smoking weed. They be on there with weed, blunts, guns, all stuff like that. And you going to school, and all the schools is going to look at that.
Exactly.
Jobs is going to look at that.
Exactly.
So,
you never know what
a lot of kids don't know that.
No, and the thing is, you never know what you may want to become. Another guy, Beto O'Rourke, who's running for president right now, they're bringing up some posts that he did when he was like 16 or 17 years old. Now, what's unfortunate about the situation, things that you do when you're 16 and 17, you're not thinking, you're a child, things of that nature, but those things is coming back to haunt him now because now he's running for president. He never knew at that time that he was going to run for president, but now that he is, this may deter his bid because of something he did as a youth. So we're not trying to judge people so much because when we're young, we all do dumb things.
I mean, you can always give people another chance, but it all depends what you say, man. Just
That's
like that Kevin Hart situation, man.
Yeah, with the Oscars, right?
Yeah, with the Oscars, you know, talking about when he had some gay jokes back in the day and stuff like that. So they brought all that type of stuff up. So just basically watch what you say. You know
exactly. And everything you say, and the thing is not saying he's right for saying the gay jokes or not saying the gay jokes, but the thing is, he posted it,
man.
Right, which is a whole nother thing. He's a comedian. Comedians should be able to talk about anything. But the point where I'm trying to get at with this is, when you post something online, that could come back and haunt you. Now, what me and him saying in the privacy of ourselves, that's one thing. But once you put that stuff online, it's out there forever. And that could come back and haunt you. So you really need to watch what it is you put out there. Now, what we'd like for you to do is put up that thing as far as social media here real quick. Now, this particular guy right here, social media cost him a Division I scholarship. Now he's out there trying to educate other kids out here about the dangers of social media. So basically, he went on there, did silly videos that kind of went viral of him talking about he's on a trespass in a home, little silly things like that. But he was on his way with a Division I scholarship for football, and now it's been snatched away from him.
Man, that is like so minor, though, man. They should. That's what I'm saying. Give him another chance, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Division I athlete, man. I mean, you mess up his whole life by doing that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But you know, they usually have an example, but. Man, just give him another chance to do that, though. You know what I mean? Division I, good athlete, probably had good grades even to get in there, scholarship, drop.
Schools being paid for, things of that nature, now that's taken away.
Now you end up going to a D2, D3.
Now you're in JUCO.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
Staying at home.
Yep.
Still with the old friends.
Yep.
Now you dropped out.
Now parents want you to get kicked out the house because they tired of what you're doing.
Now you didn't drop out because everybody talking about you didn't with the D3 from a D1 scholarship. So
slippery slope. Everything just went down from there.
Man. They should give him another chance, though. That's crazy.
But on a serious note, you really need to watch what it is you put out there because these type of things can haunt you. I don't think a lot of people understand how serious this is. Now, it was something you and I was talking about earlier as far as I really believe some type of way they need to regulate this stuff. Now, I don't know how.
Saying, like, come on now. As far as the ages.
Yeah, like if you're a certain age, you should not be able to be on social media.
And like I was telling you, they can say they was born in 1980. and their age is this, put their name there and they got a Facebook page.
I just wish it was some type of way that you put
To
restraints
block
on it. Yeah, some way you could block it. But the problem is, it's too much now. I mean, it's little bitty kids, 7, 8 years old, got Facebook and Snapchat.
4-year-olds got Facebook pages.
Man, 4-year-old?
Yeah, man.
They can't read it right, but they can read it right on Facebook, though.
Man.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Social media, man.
Social media is something else. So the thing that we want to talk about, and we're going to get more in detail on this in further shows, is just the fact of watch what you do, watch where you say it, watch where you put it, because one day it may come back to haunt you. Now, unfortunately, we have someone in the Oval Office, the highest position in the land, that goes on Facebook and just says all kind of outlandish
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, your best friend.
Nah, he's far from that.
Oh, okay.
Far from that. I'm speaking, of course, of Donald Trump. Now, well, I don't want to get too much into Trump because that's my thing. I talk about it, but my guy, he's like, whatever with that. But we will have a show soon that we would really delve into the topic of all the different things that he goes about doing things wrong. Right now, I'm just going to throw a couple of things out there he's done over the years that's been absolutely just deplorable.
Anything good?
I don't have too many good things to say. I'm sure you've done some good things, so I don't have too many good things. We don't need a graph yet, so bring that down. Thank you. Go back to the main screen. Thank you. Now, what I will say this, though, like, for example, when Trump was talking about John McCain. Now, we all know the John McCain who passed away recently.
Right.
And he said that he's a war hero because he was captured. I like people who aren't captured. Now, keep in mind, John McCain was a prisoner of war in Vietnam. He was captured, I forget how many years it was, 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
a prisoner of war over there.
He's a hero, though.
Yeah, he literally sacrificed for his country, got tortured, everything. When he came back, he couldn't lift his arms above his head anymore because of all the torture that he received over there. And for this guy to say that this man that put his life on the line for this country, that he is not a hero, is absolutely ridiculous. And I found that crazy during the campaign when he said that, because I'm like,
I mean, why, though? Why did he say it?
why would you say that first of all? And I'm like, oh, okay, he's gonna lose all the veteran votes. Anybody that's in the military, they like, forget that, we're not voting for him. I thought he was gonna kill that demographic.
No, that didn't happen at all.
And yeah, it didn't happen. So I don't get it, but it did not happen. I mean, even when he was running for office, he was saying different things like about the unemployment rate, because the unemployment rate, when Obama was president, it dropped from 10% to 4.8%. Show the graph now, please.
And that's amazing.
Now,
getting it dropped like that, too.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, this graph right here, this first graph is showing the number of jobs being produced from 2008 all the way up to 2015. And as you can see, it steadily was going up. Now, right above Dre's hat right there was 2008. The little gray shaded area where it dropped down was 2009. So during the Great Recession of 2009, as everyone aware of.
Yeah, everybody lost their job
Exactly.
at that time. So.
But Barack was president at that time, and as you can see, he took it from that point all the way up. Now, scroll down to that next graph, please. Now, this is the jobs that's being produced. Now, this graph right here is showing the unemployment rate. Right. And at the high mark, a little bit around 2009, it was at 10%. And that's why I said that that's when Barack was the president. And it dropped all the way to 4.8% when he left office, which is great. He dropped it in half. That's just tremendous. Now, go to the next graph. Scroll down to the next graph. This last graph is showing the wages. Now, for 2008, which is behind Dre, but going all the way up to 2015, as you can see, the wages for people here in America was steadily going up. All this was up under Barack Obama's watch. You can take all the graphs off now. So,
well, yeah, it should go up, though, because it goes up every, the wages go up every
well, what
year,
I'm saying is during the Bush administration, though, everything was falling off. So President Obama helped bring this whole thing back, but Trump is taking credit for it. And that's the problem I'm saying as far as him, like, how you taking credit for something that was already in motion?
I mean, who really believed that, though?
Well, there's a lot of people that believe it. Well, there's a lot of people believe it because he have a lot of followers out there.
Man, even his followers, man, shouldn't believe that.
Hey, he still have a pretty decent approval rating right now. There's people that's voting for him. And one thing that a lot of people is caught up with is the whole thing about the elitism. The fact that, well, he's a plain-spoken person and things of that nature, but he's a very disrespectful person in regards to the way that he talked. Now, if you are a president, you should act presidential, and the way that he goes about things is totally wrong.
Man, he just said some crazy things, man.
Let me just point out one thing here that I'm looking at right here. What he said when he was running for president, I'm quoting him right now, about the unemployment rate. He said, "Don't believe the phony numbers. The number's probably 28, 29, as high as 35%. In fact, I even heard recently 42%. First of all,
That's the unemployment.
unemployment. If the unemployment rate was
that's
ever
like almost
42%,
that's almost half
half
of
the people ain't got a
American
job. If that was the case, this country would be in anarchy. Everybody would be going crazy because half the people not working there, what is the point? The whole country is falling apart.
A lot of robbing and stealing.
Exactly.
Everything.
But for somebody that's running for president to put a falsehood out there like that, it's absolutely ridiculous. He was running on a campaign of fear. The highest unemployment rate ever has been is 24.9%.
But 24.9?
Yep,
29.
in 1933 during the Great Depression. That's the lowest it's ever been. So the numbers he was talking about, 28, 29, 35, 42, it never been that high. So for him to even put that type of information out there was false, and he was trying to scare people to try to go his way. On top of that, remember when he mocked the guy that was the disabled guy?
Oh, yeah.
That's not funny, but I'm just saying, remember he did that though? I mean, come on.
He doing everything. And so he'll be president again. You gonna vote for him next time around?
I'm voting for him no times.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is there's people out there that vote for this, that's with this, so,
Man, he gonna lose a lot of voters this time around, man.
I don't know.
You have to, man.
I don't know. You saw what he did. Remember when Hillary Clinton, when he was debating Hillary Clinton, and he brought all the women up that supposedly they had affairs or sexual assault with
Bill Clinton.
Exactly, and put them all like in the front row of the debate. That's like some WWE type thing, like, as far as you bring them all. It's like that's what a villain would do.
Hey, man, anything to win.
Yeah, but keep in mind he has 16 counts against himself of sexual assault himself. So how are you going to throw rocks if you're living in the glass house?
And all those still pending right now, right?
Pending, yeah, absolutely. They're still going on as far as that. So the guy that was elected has 16. Now let me ask you a question. You think Barack Obama would became president with 16 counts of sexual assault against him?
Even if they had one. It wouldn't even, he wouldn't
It's
have won.
a totally different standard. On top of that, everybody talk about how great of a businessman he is. He went bankruptcy 6 times. Filed bankruptcy 6 times. That's not what great businessmen do. So you want the person handling your money, the same guy that went bankrupt 6 times.
And he haven't even showed his taxes or anything, huh?
He's the first president in pretty much in modern history, I'm going back even before Nixon, I think, that did not show their taxes and said, flat out, I'm not showing them. And people voted for him. Matter of fact, he said during the campaign, I'm smart. I pay less taxes because I'm smart. That's what smart people do.
Well, show us then.
But you're bragging about the fact that you're not paying your fair share of taxes. That makes you smart. But everyone else should pay their fair share of taxes. Come on. Make it make sense to me.
And some people went to prison already that was dealing with him, correct?
Yeah, like over 6 different people that.
Somebody got like 3 years. One person got like 3 months.
Yeah, I got that right here, bro.
10 days.
Yeah, all kind of people went to jail as far as this guy.
I know 3 years is serious though.
I'm not doing 3 days.
I think a few people got like 3 days.
I'm not built for no jail,
3
man.
days, 10 days, something like that.
I'm telling.
You say you telling?
I'm telling.
Who you gonna tell on the president?
I'm telling everybody. Nobody better ever do a crime around me because I'm telling. I'm not built for time.
How many people was it? 6?
It was, yeah. So right now we're looking at, Paul Manafort, he's sentenced to 7 to 8 years in prison. He was the one that was ahead of his campaign advisor there. No, campaign chairman, I apologize.
So he got 7 years.
7.5 years, but he may even get more time than that. Roger Stone was the one of the guys that kept telling him, hey, you need to go ahead and run for president.
Right.
You'll be great and blah, blah, blah. He's being charged for obstruction and charges himself. His personal lawyer, how your personal lawyer go to prison? Michael Cohen sentenced to 3 years in prison.
3 years, yeah.
This other guy, Richard Pinedo or whatever, he's sentenced to 6 months in prison. George Papadopoulos, 14 days in prison. We got 12 Russian intelligence officers. Rick Gates, who was one of his advisors, he pleaded guilty as well. Michael Flynn, who was a national security advisor.
So all these people is connected to
all
Trump,
of them connected to him.
and they're not messing with Trump.
And they all going to jail. But he's innocent, but everyone else is guilty. Now, that's like if a person got a drug charge, people around, if everybody around you got drug charges, you're going to jail too. They're going to bring you in as far as accessory as well because you have conspiracy charges. But the president, he's absolved of all wrongdoing, no collusion, as he said, things of that nature. So,
But have a president ever been locked up?
well, no, but they haven't been impeached. And the thing is, he's not
impeached,
going
but-
to get impeached. I mean, it is what it is. What people need to go out there and do is go out there and vote in 2020 and get him up out of there because the things that he's doing and the whole course of civility in this country is just being broken down severely because of his actions. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a lot of different things here on our show, but we're really going to push people to go out and vote in 2020 and vote for a candidate. I'm not even saying necessarily Democrat or Republican, but somebody that handles himself a totally different way.
Yeah, that boy love Trump. Yeah, go out and vote. We're gonna bring Trump back in.
Right.
So he can talk some more about Trump.
No, okay. We off the Trump. Okay, what you want to talk about? We're done talking about Trump right now. We're going to talk about something
Just letting
else.
everybody know that, hey, he loves Trump. Go vote for him.
I don't love Trump. I just can't believe that people really had the audacity to vote this guy
Yeah, it's crazy.
into office. I thought it was an absolute joke when I first saw it, and then when he got as far as he did, I was totally shocked.
Everyone was, though.
Yeah.
I didn't even think he was going to really get that far at all. I thought it was a joke at first.
Well, this whole thing play about it really plays off the whole social media thing because like sometimes you go to Yahoo.com or MSN.com and they'll say, well, Kim Kardashian weighs in on that whole thing with the women, the people that did the admission scandal.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares what Kim Kardashian thinks? She's not an intellectual. I mean, what is it that she brings to the table of any type of talent or gift that she brings to the table? But we are so much caught up in fame and celebrity in this country. Just because somebody's famous, that means they should have a voice or they should be respected as far as what they're saying. Even they could be an absolute idiot. So we need to get off the whole fame and celebrity thing, and we need to start respecting people that have morals, that have compassion, people that even have a level of intelligence. Because to me, it's like, do you know like the music we listen to? How like dumbed down it's gotten over the years?
Said dumb down.
Yeah, I say dumb. Well, they call it mumble rap, whatever it is, but
Yeah.
it's very dumbed down. It's very elementary, it's very simple. It's catchy, but it's simple. There's no complexities involved with it.
It's a big difference with that because of the time change and everything like that. So
But shouldn't the time change make it better?
I mean, it should.
Like, we shouldn't still be talking about how great of a lyricist Biggie or other people is from back in the day. We should be talking about the lyricists of today. We should be talking about someone that rap like Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole. We shouldn't be talking about people from back in the day.
There's a few of them like J. Cole and
Yeah, it's a few.
Kendrick Lamar, stuff like that. So, but yeah, then there's a lot of other ones got the mumble rap. But I mean, I like all music. So
You like mumble rap?
I like the beats, man.
This guy like mumble rap.
The beat, man.
Just rock with the beat.
Kodak Black had a song out I liked.
I ain't never heard a song from that guy.
I'm gonna have you listen to it.
Nah, I won't be listening to that.
Yeah, you consider mumble
The
rap.
only way you gonna catch me listening to that if I'm in your car. If you're in my car, I'm not listening to that. No way.
I'll let you hear it one time.
No. Well, our show, what we're going to do, we're going to broach many of topics and talk about a lot of different things. Soon we will be going live, and there's a lot of different topics we want to talk about. And what we want to do is bring the audience in, because we want the audience to interact with us as well when we get a lot of issues out here on the floor. So we hope that you can take this journey with us as we go on as far as trying to let everybody know how much the real talk matters out here in this world. And we want you to be a part of this with us.
They go on YouTube and make sure you comment. We'll get back with you. You know what I mean? Answer your questions. You have any questions, we can answer those for you as well.
Absolutely. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube, and any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you for everything, and you guys have a good one. God bless.